Hey, ball sack. Gym sack.
It has a fucking huge ass ball. Oh my god, what is that? Is that ball?
No, that's his little.
That's a good beverage right there.
I agree. A fine beverage indeed.
Okay, guys, why don't you go get yourself something cold to drink and sit down and watch the new show that we have here for you this week.
Indeed.
All kinds of new stuff. First off, guys, the sneak peek was this weekend. Went very, very well. I posted both my sneak peek and pack openings, so you can go check those out. Literally, I opened them in front of you guys, so you can see that. Real quick, the quote of the week is from Bill Cosby. I picked this one out especially for you.
Oh, I thank you.
The past is a ghost, the future a dream, all we have is now.
I like it.
Very true.
Perfect.
I always enjoy Bill Cosby.
Now, I already spoiled this to you earlier, but I figured this was... Alright, guys, I follow this guy on YouTube. His name is Andre Meadows. He runs a YouTube channel called Black Nerd Comedy. If you haven't gone to go check him out, please go do so and tell him I sent you. And also, he posted a video, and he does rants, and when I say he does rants, he does it about 5 times overblown more than I do. And he said that they have announced that they are going to be making a movie for Peeps. And what I mean by Peeps is I mean the candy, Peeps. Those little marshmallow candies that you see that are on sale at your local Walmarts right now because they're trying to get them out the door because Easter's over. Are getting their own movie.
See, I just think this is a weird idea.
I mean, Wonder Woman hasn't gotten a movie yet.
And then the Peeps do.
And, well, see, he made the point. I already made this point to them. But, okay, the M&Ms that we've seen have been in Christmas commercials. They've been in comics. They've been in posters.
We've known them all our lives, and we love them.
But Peeps gets a movie, and they don't. If you guys would like to know, here's the basic story plot of the Peeps movie.
Get ready for this.
It's about a Peep, obviously, and he gets lost from his package, and he has got to find his way back, so he travels through all these different dropbacks of different parts of different worlds, and in the very end, he will appear on the last dropback, which is our world as it is, and then he will be whole again. I remember as I read this, I was like, it's like, okay, how many millions of dollars is Hollywood wasting to too damn much?
You know what? I wonder who the voice actor is going to be. What actor are they going to take? Like that B movie or whatever. They had George Lopez, wasn't it? Yeah. Look at this.
Well, okay. Here's what you got. Okay, you got the directors. Okay, who do we want to voice the Peep?
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Chris Tucker.
Hello, Ellen DeGeneres? Yes? We know you enjoyed playing Dory. How would you like to play a Peep? No, I mean like an actual Peep. You know those little marshmallow candies that Walmart can't get rid of right now?
You can be pink if you want, I mean.
And this is what Ellen would say. I have a lunch to go to. Who in their right mind wants to put their name on this movie? It's like unless you are like in love with this candy, which I've never met anyone outside of the Russian guy on American Dad.
Yeah, I mean, it's an alright candy. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's a normal marshmallow. I can understand a marshmallow. You can't cook a Peep. I'm pretty confident you can't cook a Peep.
I guess you could try, but it would explode in the microwave if you tried.
You don't. Oh, yeah. That's always been the rumor. Never heat a Peep up in the microwave. And quite frankly, I like my microwave too much to risk that. So I'm good.
Yeah, I live out of my microwave some days.
Me too. Yeah.
But I've also wondered what would happen if you roasted it over an open flame.
I think it just gets sparky and just big. It doesn't like do anything. If I remember, I think I tried it once.
Well, we discussed this earlier. If I want a marshmallow, I want a marshmallow.
Right.
And I'm going to put it between 2 pieces of Hershey's chocolate and put that between 2 pieces of graham cracker.
Cinnamon graham cracker.
Yeah, it's the best part about camping.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, so in the comment section below, feel free to share your thoughts on the Peep movie. This is not a joke.
It's funny like that.
If you want to go check out Andre Meadows, you can listen to his rant about it. Warning, Andre does go over the top, but that's why I love him. All right, so we got a lot of questions. We got 15 this week, so actually we got 17. But anyway, a lot of these should be quick ones too. And just so you know, this week's will be a lot shorter.
It's not going to be an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, I think it was 7 parts last week, if I remember right. Yeah. All right, number 1. I don't know if you'll be able to answer this one, but
I'll try.
What sports teams do you like what do you hate the most, and who are your favorite teams?
So, hate the most, and favorite teams?
Yeah, sports teams.
I will not be able to answer this.
Well, my favorite sports team's right here. Yes, I live in Oklahoma, and I'm a Heat fan, so deal with it. My least favorite teams, oh God, Chicago Bulls, the New York Yankees, the Pittsburgh Steelers, anyone who ever wore a Pittsburgh Steeler uniform, the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's funny because my uncle loves them to death.
Well, I'm a Ravens fan. The Indiana Pacers. I mean, there's a lot of teams out there I just hate. What about, do you have a favorite one?
If I had a favorite team, it would probably be just based on my dad's favorite, which was the Vikings. Which
I love the Vikings.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, and they have nice colors too, and nice mascot. But least favorite, I don't really have one per se. Favorite team,
you'd fit in with the Vikings with that hair
I think so too.
and the beard.
There was before I cut my hair, I had gotten it wet and I straightened it out, and I tried to do the little Viking knots and stuff, and I took a picture of myself bare chested with my two swords and stuff, just saying how it would look. It was an interesting sight, yes.
Just didn't work out the way you pictured it.
Not quite.
Never does it?
No.
All right, question number 2. It's the only other sports question on this, I promise, guys.
Oh,
Will Floyd Mayweather? This is boxing. Will Floyd Mayweather ever fight Manny Pacquiao? And the reason someone asked me this was because I got into a heated debate with someone the other night. Now, as you guys know, Floyd Mayweather, this guy, to give you an idea, he bet I think $25 million on the Super Bowl and lost. And when he heard he lost, he went, that's how much money this guy has. He's never lost in his career. I do not like him because he's a cocky, arrogant bastard. He has every right to be cocky. He's a hell of a boxer. Well, there's one fighter he's never fought, and that's Manny Pacquiao. And he's said, many people have said, okay, then you must be afraid of him. And he's like, well, no, I'm not. I just don't want to fight him. And it's like, well, if you're not afraid of him, then fight him.
Yeah.
And if he retires, he's never going to be able to dodge that question because you never finally manned up and fought him. And honestly, part of me thinks that if he does eventually accept that fight, because Pacquiao's told him, look, you can have 70% of the take. I just want this to be settled.
Right.
I mean, Pacquiao, yes, he lost a fight not too long ago, but if he were to beat Mayweather would never live that down. Then they're like, oh, now we know why you were putting the fight off.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, do I want to see it? Definitely. I do like boxing. I do like MMA. But do I think he'll ever do it? No, because I don't think he'll man up and ever do it. That's just my personal opinion.
Now, I do have a little thing to add on it. Now, while I don't watch boxing, which I think I would like boxing personally, I have watched Grudge Match, and that seems to be kind of the same thing I'm kind of hearing, right?
Yeah.
They want to finish this fight, not necessarily for the fans' sake, but for their own sake, to find out who's really the better ones.
Yeah. Now, granted, Pacquiao's lost fights, and Mayweather hasn't, but you can't deny that Pacquiao's one of the greatest of all time. I mean, I'm not putting him up there with Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike Tyson and Ali. No, hell no. Neither one of these guys belong anywhere in that discussion. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. So there you go. Question number 3. Okay, back to Vanguard.
Okay.
What decks are you mostly looking forward to playing from set 13?
Deep please.
Shocking.
Well, out of 13 alone, Granblue and Nubatama.
I'm looking forward to Nubatama, but
same here.
I'm mostly looking forward to Chaos Breaker
Yeah.
and Tetra Drive Dragon. For Aquaforce, that'll be a lot of fun.
I bet.
That one grade 1 Aquaforce card has got me interested in it.
Yeah, Aquaforce is very fun. Now they're gonna get even more fun. So yeah.
And of course, I'm looking forward to Great Nature.
Okay.
Of course.
And another question about set 13: the biggest underrated or underdog deck from set 13. That's a toss-up. It could either be Great Nature or Nubatama. Because you can build Nubatama right now for under $100.
Yeah.
And I really don't think people are giving this deck its fair
Now, see, when we heard that Nubatama was coming back, everybody got excited. Everybody knew there was going to be something spectacular. Now that it's today that we have, I don't think anybody really. I hear some people say they're kind of wanting to build it. but nobody's had the great.
Well, I
like
think
they're diehard interest.
I think a lot of people wanted to build it because when Nubatama came out, we had literally one grade 0, one grade 1, one grade 2, one grade 3. And the only way to make this deck playable was if you place those Nubatama cards in a Kagero or an Arakami deck.
Pretty much. And that was the thing. Back then, they did that with a few clans like Great Nature and Bermuda Triangle. They just gave you little hints of these clans just so you have to wait in the future to see if they really want to carry out with it or not.
Well, it also makes me wonder if they were trying to decide, okay, are we getting any feedback? Do we want to continue making this?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, Great Nature and Nubatama for your underrated decks from set 13.
Yeah.
Easy to say. Question number 5. Would you guys do a Pokemon match or other card game matches on your channel if asked?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, guys.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to see, with me and Zane play Pokemon, if you want a Pokemon match, if you want a Digimon match, hell, if you even want a Yu-Gi-Oh match, I'd be willing to do it.
Pretty much whatever Zane plays, I play.
Just so the only thing we won't post is Magic because I don't play Magic.
I don't like Magic personally. I mean, I
No
like
offense to Magic players.
I'm a little iffy.
He was more of a Magic player, especially when I met him and stuff. But Vanguard obviously took a lot of hearts.
Well, Vanguard's so much more fun.
That was like literally the only game besides Yu-Gi-Oh that I knew.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But anyway, guys, if you guys want to see those, just put in the comment section below you'd like to see them, and I'll post one for you. Question number 6. Are quintet walls good or bad?
Now, me and him were having a discussion in the car about this the other day.
I drive him home, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were having a conversation in the car.
Don't ship us. Anyway.
Please don't. I will murder all of you.
Yeah. He's not kidding. He just got out of the insane asylum last week.
I did.
We smile to hide the fear.
Anywho, you were having a conversation.
So we're having a conversation, and we were saying that I think you have 3 paralyzed Monas, right?
Yes.
Now, if you were ever wanting to play, for Sentinels and stuff, if you were ever to play quintet walls, I think, if anything, a 1-up.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like
a last minute.
They are, because perfect guards, you obviously nullify the attack and you're good. I think quintet walls are when you have literally no other cards in your hand but that. A perfect guard would be completely useless.
Yeah.
A quintet wall does something.
Yeah. Well, here's my thoughts on it, because I've been asked about this before, not on here before, but it depends on the deck.
Yes.
Now, Genesis, they're the only deck I could see playing 2 quintet walls in, because they have a grade 1 that they then add to that shield. That way, all 6 of those cards from that quintet wall get sucked up into the soul. That's a smart move.
It's pretty fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen people. I was watching some guy who had proxied his set 14 Liberators with Gancelot, the cross break ride, and he was playing 4 quintet walls. And I said, you do realize every time you do this, you're taking away 5 cards, and you are losing triggers, you're losing grade 3s.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're literally. Like Glendon said, it's literally your last chance.
It's a luck of the draw, and sometimes it's not always so good.
You could get 0 for the guard.
And keep in mind that if you do flip over another perfect guard with a quintet wall, you must pay the cost. Keep that in mind. So,
would you be able to pay the cost with one of the cards that you revealed?
yes.
Okay. Well, that's slightly better.
At least that's the way I've understood it.
Okay.
When it comes to America, I'm sure we'll get the definitive ruling, because, between the America and Japan, rulings get mixed up.
Yeah.
They come out set 14, don't they?
Yeah, set 14, which I forgot to mention that. Set 14 will be released in July, so...
What's part of July?
It's early July.
I might not be here.
I do know in June we're going to get the Genesis Trial Deck, and we'll be getting the 2 new extra boosters, Dragon Progression, and the Nova Grappler one.
Well,
really looking forward to that Dragon's Progression and Kagero and Great War.
You guys will have to Skype me one day.
Yeah, well, we might have to do that.
I'll be working at Boy Scout summer camp.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky you. All right, guys. So how many should you use? For any deck, unless it's a particular use. Whoa, guys, we're going to the next part.
Yeah, hold on a second.
See ya in the next part.